I'm up here to talk about my new book series, and it's really an awesome kind of topic, talking about some difficult, awkward things that parents might have a trouble time talking to their children about. We put it in a really simple, fun, learning kind of book so that parents can come to these books and really have some fun, interactive conversations with their children. And the first topic was something that was really dear to my heart, which is blended families. I am in a blended family, and I am constantly learning and trying to work through it. So I thought that it would be awesome to do a children's book on the topic. You know, I really hope that we help with a lot, and it's not just this book, it's all of the books, the whole series. I really hope that ultimately it helps moms and dads have some ease with having some of these awkward, difficult conversations. And I also hope that when children read the book, they feel like they're not alone. You know, it's so important for our children to understand that you are not alone. There's so many other children that are going through different things that are like you, that are dealing with things that are like you. And in this case, there are so many other children that are growing up in blended families. And, you know, it's important for our children to know you are doubly loved when you have a blended family. Oh my goodness, balancing motherhood and being on TV. It is not something that is an easy answer at all. Every day I'm struggling to try to find that balance. I won't say that I give either 50-50. Sometimes there are days when my babies are 90%, which is most of the days. But then there are other days when I have a really demanding work day and it feels like work is taking 60% of my time. And I think finding the balance all depends on what works for your life and what gives you the sense of balance within your family, within your career. You know, I do believe that you can be Susie the homemaker at home while also being Oprah in the boardroom, and you don't have to compromise one for the other, but you can be great at both. And it's all about finding what works for you and the way your life is set up. So every single day it changes. Every day I'm trying to figure out what the balance is going to be that day. And today, since it's all about press for this book, the babies are, well, Amir's at school, and my baby girl, Skylar, is at home with the babysitter. Normally, I bring her with me, but I said she might be a little loud in these interviews, so the book is getting a little more attention than Skylar right now. You know, building a relationship with exes is always a difficult thing, and it's something that I'm still learning. It's something that does not just, cause you're not born with it per se, but I think that if you keep the children at the forefront of any relationship, especially if they're the center of it and that's what bonds you two, I think it makes things easier to get along. And I think it's a constant, you know, it's a constant work in progress. It's something that you have to continually work to do, you know, considering others' needs and really just kind of being there for their child, and hopefully that in turn will help them to respect you and your relationship. I would love for parents to get that this is an easy way to explain this situation to my babies, to explain that they get double the love, and to explain this is now the new normal in so many families, you know? And for children, I hope that they just feel like they can look at this and feel like, oh my gosh, that's like me and my brother. Oh my gosh, that's like me and my sister, where they really feel a sense of relatability and that they're not alone in this. Oh my goodness, I thought I made that so clear with this. You must not have watched the season, who's ever asking that question. That is my husband. There is no piece of paper that will say that that is my husband or not. For me personally, I love that man since the day I met him, and that is my baby daddy, my husband, and everything in between. Yeah, you know, it was never a lie, and still, as I said, that is my husband, you know, and I think that as women, sometimes we have to put ourselves and our needs first, and our children's needs first, and that is exactly what I did. Like I said, when I gave my vows and he gave his vows, I meant every word of it. It was unfortunate that, you know, we were advised at the time not to send the paperwork off, but from that moment I gave my vows, that was my husband. I've been committed to him then and now. Nothing has changed that. So it definitely wasn't a lie at all. I was married then and I'm married now. Oh, I see him in DC every single week. If it's not on Fridays, it's on Sundays. Depends on if I'm booked or if I'm working, but I definitely see him every week. My children love their daddy. And it's so super important for me to make sure that they have a relationship. And my children don't really realize where he is. You know, they think daddy's just at work, and they know that they see daddy on the weekends. Sometimes we stay for the whole weekend if I'm not booked, so they'll see him every week. I'm working on a lot of different things. I have some things in the works that you guys will see. I have a docu-series in the works, and maybe you'll even see some scripted stuff really soon. Reality TV, I'm pretty tied up with Love and Hip Hop, so stay tuned. You know, I feel like there's a lot of backlash to reality TV, and I do understand as a mother why there may be such. But I think what viewers need to understand is this is for entertainment purposes only. No one signs a Love and Hip Hop contract and there's an amendment that says I'm also signing up to be a role model. Morally, yeah, you should have some responsibility to your community. I do believe that. But again, the purpose of these shows are to entertain. When they stop entertaining or when they fail to entertain, they will no longer be on the air. So I think a lot of times instead of pointing fingers at reality TV, people need to turn and point the fingers at themselves, because if you stop watching and you stop thinking it's so ratchet, there will be no reality TV. But because so many people watch it and are entertained and continually support, the advertising dollars keep coming in, the bigger budgets keep coming in, our paychecks get higher and higher every season. You are helping for this to stay on the air. So I think that you guys should also kind of balance and support shows that are not so ratchet, as you say. I have a couple of shows that I've been pitching, and the shows that I've been pitching have no conflict, and they're really fun and family oriented, and it's been hard to get them picked up. And the reason why it's hard to get those shows picked up are because you guys just don't want to tune in. So I think a lot of the times you guys got to look at yourself and see what you're being entertained by, because as you pay that cable bill and you keep it on networks that support what you may think is ratchet, you are telling someone, I like to watch this, keep this on the air. For me, reality TV was all about building my brand, and it was all about being a stepping stone to the next place in my life. I make sure when I'm on reality TV, a little bit of my business is shown in every single scene. So if I have a new book, you'll see me reading to my kids. If I have a new skincare line or a hair line, you'll see me talking about it. If I'm managing artists, you'll see my artists on the show with me. It's been a complete brand builder for everything that I want to do, and it's really, really helped my businesses. I mean, you got to look at these shows as a free commercial. They air sometimes 7 days a week, 3 times a day. If I had to pay for that type of commercial time, do you know how much that bill would be? So thank you, Love and Hip Hop, VH1, I appreciate it. Oh my gosh, I would be such a fronter if I said it does not hurt my feelings. However, I have learned in time, if they don't know you personally, don't take it personal. But it definitely is just reflective of how ugly some people are, how bored some people are, and how miserable some people are, that you would take the time to write a whole thesis on why my life is the way it is and why it should be more like this or more like that one. It's like, don't you got something to do? Don't you got some babies to raise? Don't you got a man to go lay next to? Don't you got some work to do? And I think the problem is, like one of my good girlfriends, Kim Bella, said, people are just not busy enough. Go get you some business, and then you won't have time to be so invested in mine and so worried about it. Sit back, enjoy the show, enjoy my Instagram pictures, like or keep scrolling, and that's about it. Oh, team both. Team women. I love Nikki. I love Remy. And, I hope that this is just some competition that'll die down. I love them. I think they are incredible women. As far as this book, which I'm really excited about, I want to let you guys know you can get it in the New York City public schools, My Blended Family by Yandy Smith, and I'm working on getting it also in not only the New York public school libraries, but all the libraries across the nation. So thank you guys so much for tuning in, and go get the book. It's on Amazon.